do push-ups for us, Olivia?
No, thank you.
No push-ups for you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
People everywhere gather on Christmas Eve to share in a well-prepared meal of turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes, and green bean casserole. But what is truly the best part of the meal? Easy. It's a classic apple pie. Did you know that the #1 best-selling pie, apple pie to be specific, is Mrs. Smith's pie? It may be the convenience of popping a ready-made pie into the oven, or simply that the average American lacks the knowledge of how to make a pie. But what is truly better, a homemade pie or the sweet convenience of a ready-made one? It's so much easier to pop a pie into the oven than laboring over a homemade pie and crust after working so hard on a well-thought-out meal. And if you spend that much time on a pie, it does take away from the family time. It is also really hard to replicate the flaky crust and the sweet innards of Mrs. Smith's pie. Why spend time making a healthy pie when Mrs. Smith's pie isn't really that bad? But is Miss Smith's pie healthy? You do it, your grandma does it, and her mom probably did it. So, what's the big deal with buying a pre-made pie? Besides, there's only 27 ingredients, and that's not that bad. It could be worse. Well, 2 of those ingredients is a derivative of corn, which is highly GMO modified. And if you make your own, you know exactly what's in it. In fact, there's only 10 ingredients, and 3 of them are just spices, such as ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The possibility of corn allergies is daunting. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency first introduced GMO corn into our food in 1995. Corn is so GMO modified that your body doesn't even recognize it as a food. Your body then releases an antihistamine and other harmful chemicals. Xanthan gum and dextrose are also in the pie, and you can do just as well without these 2 things. There is one less gram of sugar, which isn't that much, but there are also so many options to make it healthy, but tasty as well. You could do part regular sugar and part coconut sugar, or you could do no sugar at all and simply use maple syrup. And then you don't have to deal with the processed white sugar. So you can unwrap a cardboard box and throw the contents in the oven. Or one person could cut the apples, another could make the filling, and someone can roll out the dough, etc. So you tell me, at the end of the day, which one will you remember more? Throwing something into the oven, or gathering around the kitchen as a family laughing and having a fun time? You should at least attempt to make your own pie, and if it fails horribly, don't worry, dust it off and try again. Once again, the Mrs. Smith's pie uses unneeded ingredients. They use corn products, which, as I mentioned, is very dangerous because even the most healthy immune system can't block out the effects completely. And unless corn products are labeled organic, you should assume that it is a GMO product. And if you make your own, you know exactly what's in it. And lastly, it's so much more fun. So why buy Mrs. Smith's pie when you can have Miss Smith's pie?